Give the customer the opportunity to tell you no. Hi, this is Ronnie James at Tidewater Management Group, coming to you today just to talk with you for a few moments about opportunities. You know, the amazing thing about working in the Medicare market is that there are always new opportunities presenting themselves. There are people that are very intelligent that think of ways to fill gaps and ways to fill needs that maybe before had not been met. And what we're seeing now in our industry is that there are a large number of people who are needing, not just wanting, but needing extended care plans. Now, when it comes to Medicare, a lot of the agents that I know that we've worked with, they are very smooth. They're very good with doing Medicare, and that's fantastic. However, we need to be able to go a step beyond that. And what I mean by that is when it comes to Medicare, our job has always been to educate, but not manipulate. You know, it's more of a soft serve because when it comes to Medicare, it's essentially a requirement. And then you figure out how you want to insure that person either through an Advantage plan or a supplement plan. And you can really kind of soft serve that because the consumer realizes the need. But there are other needs that they may or may not realize that they have. And that's where we have to be the professionals to really bring that out for those individuals. And for those customers that we have, we need to love on them, okay? I have agents all the time tell me, I just love my job. I love my customers, you know, and that's important because sympathy and empathy are very important characteristics to have to be successful in this business. But love also requires us sometimes to have tough conversations. And just because you love someone doesn't mean that you delay those conversations or you put those off or you just don't have them because life does happen and it's going to happen to our customers. And it's up to us to make sure that we're the professionals that we're supposed to be, that we're having the conversations. Give the customer the opportunity to tell you no. If you do that, then at that point, you don't have to worry about future guilt because guilt will affect you in a very negative capacity. And agents deal with guilt because they knew that they had products that they could have offered but didn't. Again, if a customer tells you no, that doesn't mean that they're rejecting you. And it doesn't mean that they don't value your relationship. At that point, it means that they just didn't see value in it. But it doesn't damage the relationship if you deliver the message in the right way. You know, and I'm saying all that to say this. We sell Medicare Advantage plans, and then we offer hospital indemnity products. We offer cancer, heart attack, stroke plans. We offer some plans that fill in some of the gaps that these plans have. But what about the plans that fill voids? They're not just gaps, they're complete voids. You know, I'm talking about plans like home health care products, short-term and long-term care plans. You know, those products there are absolutely needed. I've been doing some reading, and the statistics tell us that one of the largest unfunded liabilities our country is going to face over the next 20 years is long-term care. People have not prepared. People have been misinformed. They have the mistaken thoughts that Medicare is going to cover everything if they go into a nursing home. Well, as agents, as professionals, it's our job to let them know that is simply not true. Medicare is not going to cover long-term care. A Medicare supplement's not going to cover long-term care. A Medicare Advantage is not going to cover long-term care. When it comes to long-term care, the facility care, I'm talking about whether it be home health, adult daycare, which are popping up and we're seeing more and more of those, whether it be a short-term care or long-term care, we know that there are voids out there. No one's covering those. And really, there's three ways, and that's it. Three ways that you can protect against those costs. Number one, pay for it out of pocket. I recently read where the average Medicare recipient has about $8,000 in their savings. So something like this would be catastrophic for someone that has $8,000 in their pocket to be able to go out and try to pay for long-term care. It just doesn't work. But that is a way. So cash is one way to pay for it. The second way to pay for it is to sell off everything you own and go on Medicaid, because Medicaid does pay for long-term care. However, if you've ever had a loved one go into a facility that was a Medicaid approved facility, it is sad. I try not to get emotional because my grandmother was one of those who did, and it's not a happy place. And quite frankly, I never want to go to that type of place again. I don't want my customers going to those types of places. So we need to let them know that Medicare's not going to cover it, Medicaid will, but it's not going to be the happiest of situations. But that is the second way that someone can pay for long-term care. The third way is to buy a policy, to purchase a plan. And that's where we're needed, because we don't see TV commercials talking about this, because it's not glamorous. It's not something that the world wants to advertise on TV about buying extended care, long-term care, facility type of plans, but it is necessary. And so whenever you sit down with the consumer and you start having conversations, I don't care if they're just turning 65 or if they're 80 years of age, those conversations can be had. It's not too late to have those types of conversations. Now, obviously, the older someone gets, the more expensive those policies can become. The more extensive the coverage, the more comprehensive it is, it may be more expensive. So the beauty of the products that we have to offer as agents and that we market here at Tidewater Management Group is we have plans that we kind of tongue-in-cheek say that if you can fog a mirror, you can get them, all the way up to the ones that are very comprehensive that you need to be super healthy to get. We have everything in between. So our goal is to offer you, the agent, an opportunity to represent a company and to offer a service and a product to the consumers that they probably don't know much about or that they've been misinformed about. So again, we are asking you to be the professional. I'm very serious about this today. Be the professional. Learn this. This is a product that has to be sold. It is not a soft serve. It is not something like Medicare that they know they have to have, and so it's really easy. You can't be an order taker. You're going to have to initiate the conversation, and you may have to make that customer even feel a little uncomfortable. The nice thing about doing this, though, is that if and when the day comes that they need that extended care, they are not going to be upset with you because you didn't offer it or because you weren't honest with them. So I'm asking you to talk to your customers in love, and out of respect for them about the extended care type of products. This is something that they will thank you for in time. The family will thank you in time because the family bears a heavy burden. And by the way, those might be some conversations for you to call the family in and have in a group setting with the family, because somebody's going to have to take care of mom and or dad. And with modern medicine being as good as it is, we understand that people are living longer and longer, and yet they're living with chronic health conditions, and they may require care in the home. The children are having to work. So it puts a really heavy burden on the family because they didn't trade the pennies for dollars. And really that's what you're doing when you purchase these types of plans, is you're looking to trade pennies for dollars for future usage, because when it comes to these extended care policies, people that reach 65 are very, very likely. I think an article told me close to 70% of people that live to be 65 will need extended care plans at some point in their life. So if you have not offered these, if you've not considered these, please, please consider them. Not only consider them, but offer them to your clients. You may be surprised just how open your customers are to talk about these, because most responsible Medicare recipients do not want to be a burden to their family. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us. We'll be happy to talk with you about the different carriers that we offer, about the different products that we offer. As always, I wish you the best.